This story is very sad and shocking. It's about a woman in Kenya who has been arrested after her young children were found dead inside their house. The incident happened in Machakos County. The woman's name is Munala. According to report, she was married and had 3 children with her husband. The children were very young, between the age of 1 and 4 years old. 2 of the children were twins. On the night of the incident, there were no adults inside the house with the children. Later, people discovered that the children had died. Investigation by the police suggested that the children's food had been poisoned, and that was what caused their death. After this discovery, Munala was arrested by the police. She is now in custody while the authority continued their investigation. According to information shared by neighbors and early reports, the woman left the house around midnight on the 25th of January. After leaving, she sent a message to her neighbor, asking the neighbor and the caretaker to go to her house because something was wrong. When the neighbor and caretaker arrived at the house, they noticed that the door was open. They went inside and found the lifeless body of their children. This discovery shocked everyone in the community. When the police were informed, they began their investigation. After checking the scene and gathering information, they concluded that the children had eaten poisoned food. This finding led them to suspect the mother. It did not take long before the police traced her location and arrested her. As of now, Munala has not publicly explained her actions. She has not yet spoken in court to give her own side of the story. Because of this, much of what people know comes from police investigation and statements from neighbors who knew the family. According to some neighbors, Lanit and her husband have been having serious marital problems. They say the couple had frequent arguments and disagreements. The neighbors also mentioned that Lanit had been emotionally troubled for some time. They say she was often sad, upset, and stressed. The neighbors claimed that one major issue in the marriage was Lanit's suspicions that her husband was cheating on her. They said she strongly believed that her husband was seeing another woman. These suspicions reportedly caused serious tension between them. Some neighbors even said there was a physical argument between Lanit and her husband a few days before the incident. However, according to what some neighbors explained, there was no clear or confirmed evidence that the husband was actually cheating. One of the things that reportedly triggered Lanit's suspicion was a phone call from her husband's friend. The friend had called to inform her that her husband would be coming home late because of work issue in Nairobi. That call made her believe that her husband might be lying and possibly cheating. Based on this report, it appears that Lanit believed her husband was being unfaithful, even though there was no solid proof. Investigators and neighbors believe that this belief may have deeply affected her mental and emotional state. The police have not officially confirmed her motive, but the general narrative being discussed is that she may have acted out of anger, emotional pain, or a desire to hurt her husband emotionally. If this is true, it means innocent children lost their life because of adult problems that should never have involved them. This case has caused serious public outrage and deep sadness. Many people are struggling to understand how such a thing could happen. Children are innocent and helpless, and nothing can ever justify harming them. Sadly, this is not the first time the world has heard stories like this. In different countries and at different times, there have been cases where parents harm their own children due to relationship problems, anger, jealousy, depression, or emotional breakdowns. Sometimes, these situations are linked to mental health issues that were ignored or untreated. What made this story even more painful is that the consequences are irreversible. The children are gone forever. The woman is now facing the law and may spend many years in prison. Her husband has lost his children, and 2 families have become destroyed. Many people have used this tragic story as a lesson and a warning. They say relationship problems, betrayals, or suspicions should never lead to violence or destruction of innocent lives. Marriage problems should be handled through communication, separation, counseling, or legal means, not through harm. This case also raised serious questions about mental health awareness, emotional support, and the pressure people face in marriage. When someone feels overwhelmed, depressed, or emotionally unstable, it's important to seek help early. Friends, family, religious leaders, counselors, and medical professionals can help prevent situations from getting out of control. At the end of the day, this tragedy shows how anger, suspicions, and unresolved emotional pain can destroy lives when they are not properly addressed. It reminds everyone that children must always be protected, no matter what problems adults are facing. As the legal process continues, the final truth will come out in court. Until then, this remains a heartbreaking story that has left many people in shock and mourning, and it serves as a painful reminder of the importance of mental care, patience, and responsible decision-making in family.